Hi Virgo, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you your monthly money and career tarot reading for the month of March 2022. Thank you so much for joining me. And do keep in mind, per usual, this is a general monthly read, so just take what resonates and don't stress over what doesn't, okay? And in advance, I thank you so much for your likes, your comments, your subscriptions. If you haven't joined this Calm Virgo community, wow, struggle already. Anyways, if you're looking to book a personal reading with myself, I highly recommend it. The options are down below. Just reach out via email and I'll get that started for you. They are always accurate, okay? The overall message for you, Virgo, for the month in regards, of course, to money and career for March is as the success pours in. As the success pours in. Okay, so we're going to put this over here and begin by pulling a message or two from the Soul's Journey deck, or however many we get. All right, let me just attach my microphone. Give me 1 second. Okay, let's do some initial shuffling. For my lovely calm Virgos for this upcoming March 2022, money and career to begin. Ooh. I feel I need to grab that one. Interesting, because I feel as if this got away for a reason. Lack of growth, okay? The growth card in reverse. So it's a month where you're going to be experiencing a significant amount of growth within your career, within your success amount, your progression, if you will. You'll even find yourself growing as an individual throughout the month through your work, okay? Reminds you why you go through the ups and downs, why you do what you do. Bear with me. We're also moving on to regret. I'm being pushed to read this. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness is the explanation of the growth card, all right? It's going to be truly relevant for you throughout the month, but we have regret. I know I cannot change the past. And so there's going to be parts of March where either situations within your work, financial investments, maybe even spirit reminds you of the past, and you need to remember not to regret past choices, decisions, maybe even giving up on a situation when it didn't go right. Being pushed to reflect, to understand that you go through everything for a reason, or just remembering a situation that wasn't perfect and not regretting not making the best out of it or moving on, but understanding that every little thing happens for a reason. The ups, the downs, the lefts, the rights, the failures, the successes, but it's a month where the success pours in. So don't allow this regret to outshine that in any way, shape, or form. But I do feel like it's just a couple moments throughout the month. All right. And then we have honesty. One of the fire signs got this, if not two. There's moments in the month where you're pushed to be very honest, whether it's in a financial investment or it's in a work situation. You could be working on social media where you're getting your voice out there, being very honest in a productive manner, in a helpful manner, or you could find that you need to stand up and be in a mature, responsible, selective way to be honest with a boss figure or certain coworkers or certain clientele slash customers in order to make something clear, right? If a customer sort of wants to tell you, if you're in customer service, if a customer wants to tell you that you don't know what you're doing or you're not saying the right thing, there's this need for honesty and just to kind of stand up for yourself and own the fact that you know what you're doing. Because I feel like you're very skilled in what you wrap yourself up with work-wise throughout the month, but there are some of you that need to be very honest in a living situation. But do tread carefully as to how you go about that. With happiness, I'm aware that being happy means that I'm on the right path. And so I need to focus on the parts of the month where you're very happy, when you're working, when you're producing, developing, when you're getting your voice out there, when you wrap yourself up with certain financial investments that do exist throughout the month of March. What does that tell you, right? The situations, even the energies, the work that you're producing, moving towards, succeeding at, if it makes you happy, it's a reminder that you're on the right path. Some Virgos might need to reassess and move towards a new path or just a new addition to your path, maybe a side income to bring more happiness, more financial stability, maybe passive income. But all the meanwhile, it is a month where you're meant to focus on what's making you happy. That's important, okay? Let's pull the main part of the reading. from the Light Seers deck. For my lovely Virgos to continue. Three of Pentacles is the first card coming out in the center of your reading. I just heard, let me get this organized. That's going to be one of your vibes or your view at certain points. So with the Three of Pentacles coming out, it's truly a month where you are being recognized, and that's part of the success that's pouring in for you individually. And as a whole, as the sign of Virgo, people seeing you in a successful light, people noticing the changes you're making moving forward and have made recently, noticing you for this true honesty that just pours from you. Just make sure it's a productive kind of honesty once again. No need to burn any bridges along the way, but all the meanwhile, it just feels as if you being noticed, you being recognized, it feels like a level of praise and complimentary energy coming towards you brings you happiness, and it reminds you that everything does happen for a reason. And for some of you, it might feel like a long time coming, right? Understandable, but it is a month where this definitely either initiates this level of growth after a long time of feeling very stagnant and kind of bland about your work and your finances. But I do feel as if for a lot of you, it is more so this continuing the success pouring in from the recent past month or two. All right. With the Two of Swords, it is a month where you do feel a little bit confused as to where things are heading, even though things are succeeding, working out. You may find that you're getting a lot of downloads. You're working or living in a very, I heard fancy environment, but it could be a very noisy environment where people just aren't very quiet, as I end up being drawn back to a little bit of noise outside. Okay, but being pushed to recognize what and who's bringing color into your life once again. Don't regret where you're at now, where you've moved towards, and what you look to change moving forward due to comparing it to the past once again, because that'll confuse you and make you feel a little bit less clear on your choices, on what you want. Okay, with the Six of Pentacles coming out naturally, a gift of abundance at several points in the month comes through as a reminder from the universe to keep that honesty alive, especially with oneself, as to what you want, as to what you desire. Same kind of thing, right? As to what is going to be right for you moving forward, and what actually brings you success and what kind of hinders you all the meanwhile. You know, looking at all the categories. But I do feel like there are certain points of the month where the success and attention, praise that's coming in for you, Virgo, leads to income improving, right? Money coming in, more clientele, customers if you run a business, or even just feeling as if your numbers are going up in a lot of ways. If that pertains to your job, if it pertains to your business, your online presence, your analytics, your numbers in one way, shape, or form are improving. And that in the form feels like a form of abundance for you, just equaling success. I just was seeing the word success in caps, okay? And I just feel like you're gifted more success, more business, more money, and it just feels good. It reminds you to keep moving forward in a productive, healthy manner. With the Emperor, it's truly a month where you're planning, you're creating, you're developing. You could be feeling a bit serious at certain points in the month. I'm not surprised, but all the meanwhile, I feel as if even what you're planning for, what you're developing, creating, that's gaining attention, all right? People wanting to know what you're moving towards, and you being like, okay, I mean, I get it, but it doesn't mean I'm going to update you. Feeling very selective as I see the Seven of Swords in my mind's eye. They're showing me somebody with the sword behind their back. Maybe feeling as if some people don't have your back around you, or that are trying to get updates, feeling as if there's a level of secrecy in the wrong direction coming towards you, while you need to be selective and a bit strategic. But all the meanwhile, don't let it get the best of you, because it is a month of a lot of positivity, and that could lead to a level of emotion. You could even find that with the Three of Swords, a level of emotion comes to be when certain people pay attention to you and recognize you. When people sort of see how successful you're becoming, because it's been a long time coming, or because you have put your heart, your soul, your blood, sweat, and tears into what you're creating and developing, or trying to get off the ground, or you just finally made a decision to move on to something bigger and better, even if it doesn't happen this month. And it's just time for you to do what's right for you, and the attention, that recognition, people seeing that you're doing what's right for you once again, leaves you a bit, I'm hearing heartbroken, but a little bit emotional, all right? It just makes you realize how much you've been through. But don't regret the past, right? With the Empress, definitely coincides with what we were just saying. A lot of you Virgos giving birth to something brand new, right? Whether that's a new job altogether, a new business on the side, a new side hustle. I believe I picked up on passive income earlier on in the reading. But either way, you are giving birth to something new or planning for something new. It's something you want to get off the ground or have been working towards where you don't see the future of it or the final outcome. But a lot of you Virgos, excuse me, are very intuitive. I was just told I needed to laugh, and I feel like you're going to be pushed to laugh as well throughout the month. But you're very intuitive or psychic to go that far, and that was key wording. And so to remember to look within and trust the intuition, that gut feeling, your inner voice, as to how far you know something's going to go, and to trust that not everybody's opinion and judgment coming in is the truth or going to help you. All right, I feel like whatever you're giving birth to or did recently is definitely going to bring color to your situation. It's going to be a part of your individual growth. All right. With the moon card coming out, I feel like at certain points, the overload of emotion or the overload of work will definitely play a factor in your day-to-day work routine, day-to-day life in general, and needing to remember that you can say no to extra work, given you do have a lot of success pouring in. But I do feel like that's part of why you're getting a lot of abundance, or you're getting a form of abundance to make you feel a little bit less emotional for one reason or another. Your honesty is leading to a lot of extra work. I can just tell you that much. But you're being pushed to recognize once again in the whirlwind of your work and finance life, as you look at that imagery, just keep swimming. Um, what makes you happy, right? Who makes you happy? And even outside of your financial investments and your career choice or choices, who and what are you associating yourself with to the point where you can sort of feel more uplifted, more like yourself, to get a laugh, a giggle in, or a release in, you know what I mean? Needing a push to think about stuff like that throughout the month of March, okay? With the Ten of Swords at the top of your reading, there is truly a push to accept completion. At times you will feel as if you're a bit alone or thinking about how you're alone in the process of financial decisions, commitments, and even your career success. But you're reminded all the meanwhile, you're definitely not alone. You're guided, to say the very least. And I feel like there are certain points of the month where other people, connections, even new ones, will want to sort of reach out with a helping hand and try to help you, assist you in your growth and development, your success. And that'll help you feel a little bit less alone. And at the base of your reading, we have justice. Justice. All right? And so I truly feel as if you're getting this underlining focus and base for the month that justice is on your side. If it hasn't been previously or didn't feel like it was fully, things are balancing out for you in the scales of karma. You're starting to get your taste of justice in your financial success, but that's stemming from the fact that a lot of your career success is just snowballing, pouring in just the way that you finally frickin' deserve. All your hard work is starting to pay off, okay? With the High Priestess in the center, you're feeling as if you're very connected to spirit and universe, getting downloads, feeling as if you need to sort of embrace change and seeing a level of blockages being released throughout the month, which is exactly what you need. Have we not said throughout this reading, underlining focus on your happiness? Things starting to feel a bit more colorful, and then kind of reassessing the moments where you don't feel this color coming to be in your life, not overthinking it, not trying to come up with an equation to that happiness and success, but numbers will come into play as well. Angel numbers, actual like crunching of numbers this month, but just simply coming to the conclusion as to how to maintain a level of healthy happiness and satisfaction in your life. Bear with me. I'm hearing don't forget to drink water, H2O, throughout this month. Let's pull one more before we close this out. Queen of Cups. And so naturally allowing your emotions to teach you something throughout the month as things succeed and just change for you in a beautiful amount of ways. And to just put your hands up, excuse me as I mess up the cards, to put your hands up and just surrender to change, to the beauty of how your situation is transforming, and allow yourself to remember that you deserve all of the success and development and growth that's transpiring throughout this month. All right, let's pull a message or two from the Small Making Magic deck. I just saw the star card, so it could be a month where you're reminded that you're truly a star, absolutely. And also the star card does represent healing. The elements, okay? So I need to balance oneself out. Remember that you're not only an earth sign, all right? There's other elements within you, making you a very complex individual. And it's your time to shine and create energetic romance. Ooh, interesting. Resonance for golden opportunities. Could be romance in your month. Abracadabra with wings and breaking bad habits. We're not going to end with this one, but this one talks about fantastic good fortune and lucky chances, especially with this birthing of a situation. And prosperity, a prosperous business with riches and success. Boom. Definitely a successful month for you, Virgo, all right? So I hope this reading was truly helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Again, to book a personal reading with myself, just reach out via email. The options are down below with the pricing, very affordable. I hope you have the most amazing month. I know you will, and I'll definitely see you next time. Bye, Virgo.